The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters.
Let's go to Shivan in Boston. Shivan, what's happening, brother?
I'm watching you both on Tiger TV.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely it is. Learning a lot from Tiger.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, we get the Dow down to 15, Nasdaq off 8, S&Ps are off 2.5. We get gold trading up 270 at 1,615. Silver is off 5 cents at 28.11. We have, let's see, oil's flat at 94.22 a barrel. Bonds are up 11 ticks. And it took me to get back here to get King Dollar going again.
It most certainly did.
25 ticks at 82.50. Great to be back with you. And, you know, I get on the plane on Friday. I'm doing some business in Colorado, folks. And what happens when I get on the plane? Market goes to the moon.
Oh, man, did they go to the moon. 200, how many points? 260, something like that?
I'm telling you.
You know why? Because it did go to the moon, because it was full moon the prior day.
It was?
That prior session, everybody's searching for reasons. It was powered by the moon.
I'll tell you.
It went to the moon. Full moon. It was amazing.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
Oh, my
So, you know, the bottom line is that, you know, it's going to be interesting here because you get the S&P and the Dow coming into the April and May down drops.
Yes, absolutely.
The NASDAQ and the Russell 2000 folks are only into the May 10th ones, which is a joke.
Yes.
You know, the stretch is on, though. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, as I've shared with our listeners yesterday during both shows.
How many dots did you get thrown at you on Friday?
No, you know, as I said on the air, you know, I said, I was wearing my shorts and I had to go home and clean them.
Yeah, I like it.
After Friday's action, but you know that's the deal. That comes with the territory. So
yeah, no doubt about it.
Didn't get stopped out. You know, using my position size calculator in the average true ranges. So still good there, but. And you know, and the king is back. You are back, okay? Yeah. And so when we take a look at King Dollar, you know, it made that really nice 3 drive to a bottom pattern. I mean, this is really great because, you know, if this pattern cracks, the market's going to go to the moon.
Yeah.
In fact, it'll probably go to Mars. And you know, with the landing that we had out there, right? We're starting to get pictures from Mars now.
No, totally. Of
course, there's other folks that think it's really Area 57 that's beaming back the pictures to us. But,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and, you know,
I'm going with Mars, though.
No doubt. You know? And the dollar, you know, bottom line, folks, is that, you know, you talk about coming back with lighter volume. I mean, it's extraordinary. You know, contract-wise, we came back with all of 16,000 going into 40,000.
Yeah.
You know, now, and you still basically had a higher low. You know, so now we still have higher highs and higher lows.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And so you know, the euro. I mean, you're talking about just simply a huge short covering rally that it's had.
Yeah.
Okay, and it pulled it back. You know, with two really beautiful butterfly expansion patterns on this thing. And if you just simply take a look at the last leg down, that would be going from June 29th down to the lows that were put in on July 24th. What it did was it came right back to the 0.618 retracement area and made two of Rick's doji candles out there. Of course, I'm starting to adopt those doji candles out there, especially when they complete at pattern areas here.
They're going to be yours.
Yeah. Eventually they'll want to move to the United States.
No doubt. We take a look at McDonald's this morning. McDonald's, folks, down $1.80, and it's not that the $1.80's that bad, okay? But the bottom line, what you're going to see is that the swing point on this is 86.01, the swing low. And this is building cause to blow that low away and do a monster ABC down. So it's going to be interesting. We've already done 4.9 million. The swing point only has 7.3, and it hasn't hit it. And what happens there, folks, that is the most dangerous part, that you're accelerating in it. You stop right before it. You build up some more force, and then see ya. Don't want to be.
Yeah, you know, and what's really holding it is if you go all the way back to September 9th, 2011, you'll see a high-volume low down there. Now, that's where it's headed to.
Right.
But the top of that 86.46,
look at that.
what's really still holding it in place here. But what you do see, folks, is you see all kinds of signs of institutional selling. March 8th, 2012, big, huge institutional selling. You see it again on April 19th. You see it again on May the 8th out there. You see it again in the June 8th. You see one sign of strength out there that came in July 12th, and it didn't take very long for that to be given up, which happened on July 23rd. Now you got another one today, and it's going to have big volume today.
No,
we're only 30 minutes into the trading session, and it's already done 5 million shares.
No, totally. And look at PCLN. Priceline down $100. And Priceline, folks, you take a look at this same setup. You can just see. And if you last time upward volume, Priceline, folks, okay, if you just pay attention, and it's not hard, okay, as to, who's walking in the store.
Right.
You wouldn't have been in this stock, period. And this stock's going to 485. 578 is nothing. It's going to be a broken stock.
Yeah, this morning, you take a look at this stock. I think has had it's had a better run than Apple.
Yeah,
because it went from the March or the lows in 2008 there, from $47, all the way up to $775.
Amazing, right?
That's a run.
It really is amazing.
That is a run.
No doubt about it.
But now you got selling. Now you got selling pressure.
Man. I couldn't imagine waking up and stock's down $100.
Yeah, well, you start playing some of those high flyers.
I know.
Where you only have some, volume way down the road. And then in the case of Priceline, I think I was fortunate enough to be able to do your show when it gave that real first sign of selling, which was on May 10th out there.
Okay.
At that stage, it was like, folks, okay, you've had a great run. Time to start easing out of it or getting out of this.
Yeah, right. So. I'll tell you, listen, I was out in Colorado, folks, doing, having a little R&R and doing some business. But Colorado's just beautiful.
Oh,
I mean, we're up in the mountains.
Gorgeous,
it was just absolutely beautiful. Now, it was so cool. And folks, if you haven't test drove Tiger TV, well, test drive it. Because it is amazing being out in the middle. What happened is that on the weekend, Angie had a family reunion.
Yes.
So we were out at Vail for the weekend, and that business on Monday. And, we were far out. And when we were far out, man, I could
still pick us up.
Picture this. Picture this. I'm out on the deck looking at these beautiful mountains, and 14,000 feet were up.
Yeah.
Sitting there drinking coffee, watching the show.
It's great.
It was wild, man.
It is great. And a really cool state because, you take a look at if you're an outdoor person, that's where you want to be.
People are so healthy, man. So healthy.
You got all the hiking and biking, in the summertime.
Right.
You've got all of the skiing, winter sports.
No, totally.
Bobsledding, snowmobiling, whatever it is you want. I mean, what a great state.
Huge.
And just like Florida, always blue skies.
Yeah. Oh, we
nice
hit the weather just right. And up in Vail, we're getting plenty of rain, so everything was green. They told us a month before that it wasn't green, but it was green as anything.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Very, very cool place for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's see, BHI. One of the Tigers want to look at BHI. Let's see what we have here. This is Baker Hughes, I think. Yeah, so you get Baker Hughes. The lows 37, the high 64. Don't be short the stock, that's for sure. That gap away. I mean, the gap away can get filled, but let me just see something. So looking at Baker Hughes, this is really cool too. Okay, so Baker Hughes, $48. Yeah, this baby wants to go higher. I mean, I don't know. 52. You can get 52 in it. It's going to need some real juice, but bottom line is that you get a consolidation up there. Listen to this. This is going to be wild. Okay. Fracking.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh. Now you're starting to read up and.
I know where I'm going to have to go.
Okay.
No, listen what happened. Right. I'm in a hot tub, folks. Right. And I don't know. It's at night sometime. Right. There's a couple guys in there.
Yeah.
Bottom line. One of them is a president of a very large oil company in here.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And we're just talking.
Yeah.
And so I asked him. I said, "Hey, what about this fracking thing?" Right?
Yeah.
I got an education and a half, but I need a few more days. But I got it.
Oh, cool.
He got me where to go. He got me everything. Right?
Oh, good.
And I'm going to get this guy on. But listen to this. This is the best one. And I was telling him about K Rico. Hey, guys, I got to listen. He called up, and I said, I was just want to know more about it. What is it?
Sure.
And he says, well, listen. And he came in with, the story is the guy that, his fields were going up on fire, right? Do you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
Fire coming out of the water faucet, okay?
Yeah.
So the story with the fire coming out of the water faucet gets really interesting because he's explained to me, well, it had nothing to do with fracking. If you go look at it, what really happened, that's methane gas, that the guy has on his property, period.
Oh, okay.
And methane gas is down like the first 100 yards.
Yeah.
Okay? And he was explaining that if the country could ever get together and figure out what to do with all the gas, they did such a good job of getting gas. He says, there's so much gas. He says, everywhere you go.
Yes.
He says, there's gas.
Yes.
He says, the methane gas, it's up high. It's not down low.
Yeah.
Then he explained to me, though, that the way that the fracking actually goes under the earth, and it's dramatic because we were in the mountains. He says, see those mountains there? He says, what we have to do is you have to go under that so far that, and it's these cement casings. Anyway, it was cool, and I'm going to do some more work on it. But it was a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, there's not a day that goes by, and especially even more and more each day now, because whenever you turn on television, somebody's running some BS political ad.
Right,
okay?
right,
That's
right.
it. But, all around. That's wrong. Okay, all the propaganda that's out there. And what really, I sit back there and I say, do you realize, first, how great of a country we live in, but that we could solve so many problems just simply by being totally energy independent inside our country.
Big time.
When you start taking, people start talking about raising taxes and everything. You take a look at what it is that you're paying for a gallon of gas,
right,
which affects absolutely everybody,
right,
no matter whether you ride a bus, or anything.
Yes.
And we have, just as you were saying, we've got so much energy in our own resources, let's stop playing around here and just get it done. Get it done.
Get it done. Let's go. Let's go to our man Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
Well, we're trying to recover with our big loss in soccer to your women's team there. Did you watch that game?
I didn't, but I saw the pictures this morning in the newspaper.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, it really was. I couldn't believe I was sitting with in a kind of a bar eating place, and I couldn't. There was some American tourists here, and they were hooting and hollering, and it was just and I think it was a reflection of the whole country. It was. It kind of reminded me of when you won in hockey against the Russians, except this time you were the Russians.
Oh, really? So, is that the game where they won with just a few minutes to go, or was this an overtime?
Actually, they went. Well, what happened was, you have a star player, we have a star player. Both of them led their team. Our star player got a hat trick, 2 headers and a nice shot.
Oh, that's great.
1-0 for us, 1-1 tie. 2-1 for us, 2-2 tie.
Oh, cool.
3-2 for us. With about 10 minutes left, the referee called our goalie for holding on to the ball too long, which never gets called.
Oh, my God. Stay tuned, Rick. Stay tuned, yeah. I want the play-by-play.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We got Rick from British Columbia. We're talking soccer, baby.
Yeah. So you Rick, you were saying it was 3-2. Canada was ahead, and then what happened?
What happened is our goalie hung onto the ball too long, which never ever gets called. The referees always go and tell them, let's get moving here, right?
Okay.
So your star player just so happened she started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because technically I believe that's what you have, and then you got to bounce the ball or do something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. And so time was running out in the game.
That's right, but like I say, it never gets called, right? And then they had a free kick, and it wasn't the 12-pace kick; it was just outside the box.
Okay.
And they hammered it and hit one of our girls in the elbow and deflected and hit a hand, and next thing you know, it's a free kick and it's 3-3.
Okay.
So now, and they did miss a very obvious handball by the U.S. when the score was 1-1. It would have been a Canadian free kick. But, there's 22 players on
you just went back 2 periods.
I just had to figure I better throw that one in, too.
Well, we understand.
So now we play 30 minutes extra time, 15 minutes, right?
Yes.
And with 30 seconds left, it was actually a nice play. They went wide on purpose with the ball and got across, and with 30 seconds left, your star player headed it in just under the crossbar.
Yeah, that's the play that I saw. Now, was that in the second? Was that in the second overtime or the first?
Second.
It was in the second. How about that?
Yeah, they played 29 and a half minutes.
How about that?
That's amazing.
Wasn't that wild? It was really like.
Now that
like,
wasn't that wasn't even a medal game, right? That was just no.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That was the semifinal.
Okay.
The winner goes for gold, and the loser plays France.
Yep. Okay.
We play France. You play Japan, and Japan's like very good. And Japan and France. It was like really close too, just like it's really. But like, just put things in perspective. I did watch. I happened to be in the States and took a bit of a beating when you guys in Lake Placid when you beat the Russians.
Yes.
Obviously, I was hoping for you guys, but it kind of paralleled that game because you'd have to like Tom. I think you said your son's in soccer, so I think you've been around the soccer fields a little bit, right?
Yes.
You would have sucked it up. I mean, it was physical. It was emotional. Right. It was really
had
really
it all. Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah.
What I love about just all the the Olympics, it just seems like the tone right now, and certainly at least the coverage here in the United States. I don't know what it's like over in Canada. I'm not watching it during the day, right. So but you take a look at all the sports out there, whether it's track and field or it's soccer or
right.
it's all the women. I don't know what the medal count is, men, women, or what have you, but it's really great to just see,
it is.
the athleticism, the skill, everything that's going on with all of the different women's teams.
I just finished watching. You got a 17-year-old female boxer out of Flint, Michigan,
right.
And I mean, she just cleans up.
Man, I hate the boxer. I was watching that. You're not kidding, man. I mean, those are people. They're amazing.
I don't know, great athletes.
I don't know if it's Canadian announcers or boxing or your announcers that I was listening to, but there was another semifinal going on, and they're more or less saying, "Well, whoever wins this one's not going to want to fight her."
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, I've because of when the market closes and everything, they're showing boxing usually by the time
yes, they are. Exactly.
Okay,
right.
And so I've been watching the boxing, but I've been so dismayed by it used to be Rick, didn't it used to be where there was a electronic way where they kept track of the number of clean hits that were out there. We could actually see what was going on, and wasn't so much left maybe to the judges out there because.
Well, I think it's pretty hard to get electronic though, right? Because you pretty well.
There was something. I mean, the gloves used to have some white portion on them.
I see.
There was a better and whether it was done electronically or you used to see exactly what the score was. Now you're waiting, and it just seems like it's gone all different ways where the judges have just been, where it's been, at least here in the U.S., Rick, I don't know if it's the same. I would imagine it's the same folks that are calling the game. But, what I hear from the commentators here, and it's not U.S., because it's all the boxing matches out there, just how disproportionately and how they call it one way and the judges call it the other way.
Oh, I know. You're exactly right.
And it's been frustrating to...
That's the bureaucracy again.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Let's go after the bureaucracy. Hey,
But whenever they're, just so you know, whenever there's disturbance, like for instance in badminton, we lost. There were 16 teams. Canada, we lost every game, right? But we just so happened, I don't know if you knew that, but China and South Korea, they were playing, and I think China started it. They didn't want to win, so they played to lose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I heard something like that. I did hear something like that.
So they got kicked out. Next thing you know, we're in the semifinal.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, they not only got kicked out, when they go back to China, they're going to put them in jail. He's staying right there. We got Rick from British Columbia, Steve Rhodes, Tom
O'Brien. And we'll go eventually look at the Euro.
I'm going to come right back, folks.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his Market Take and provides trade recommendations, including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insight subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and the Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get our man Rick from British Columbia. Listen to this one. Hey, this is intense. So I got to pull this up. You know, the CFO, did you see the CFO from General Motors, right? He resigned?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so he resigned, folks, about a week and a half ago. And what ended up happening, it was saying that he was actually head of the marketing.
Okay.
And what ended up happening is that this guy has the biggest budget in the world for marketing, folks, okay? And all the headlines said at that particular point is that he didn't vet a deal that they was doing.
Okay.
But listen to the deal. Oh, my God. This is sick. It was a $559 million soccer deal. We're talking
really?
soccer. Yeah, it just come across the tape.
That's too funny.
This just come across the tape. So listen to this. But $559 million. He didn't vet the deal. He gave the deal to. This is about Manchester United, and oh my God, I read the whole thing. But no wonder why they canned him. $500 million.
Hey, I think they're going public. I think Manchester United.
They're going public now.
Well,
the good old people.
They want some of your money.
Well, they already got it because they own the Bucks. They own the Tampa Bay Bucks. It's the Glazer family right here in Tampa that owns them.
I love it.
Oh my God,
Rick, are you buying euros or selling euros?
You know, I really don't know. That's a tough call right now. That's what I was looking at there.
Yeah.
What's so tough about that? Europeans don't have the euros. They don't have any money. They're broke.
Yeah, I know, but it's heavily shorted. And as soon as it was funny because Merkel was on holidays when that guy mentioned the fact that we're going to work out something. She knew nothing about it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the Germans called the shots.
Yeah. Well, it has had one nice rally here, one nice short covering rally. And you know what it did do, Rick, is if you just simply on the daily chart, you look at that last leg down off of the highs from June 29th to the low that was put in on July 24th. I mean, made an exact 0.618 retracement, and it made two of your doji candles. By the way, I've filed the papers so that I could adopt them from you.
Okay.
We'll split them half time, okay? They'll spend half the time over in Vancouver and then half the time in sunny Clearwater. That's not such a bad life for a doji candle.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. So listen to this. This is pretty amazing. So it was $559 million deal, and this is what he's being accused of at this point. Well, and there was a whistleblower involved. That's what's going on. A whistleblower came to the board and said, hey, he's made this deal, and then and this is in a large corporation, what he did is that he dispersed that between all other sections inside GM. So he's taken everyone else's marketing budget, and
that's how it works in the big companies.
He made the deal. $559 million. Oh God, that's sick. That is really sick.
That's just a capital cost that those divisions have to pick up on.
Yeah,
it's always fun to spend somebody else's money.
No wonder why this wasn't. Can you imagine? Facebook's got to be pulling their hair out because he's the guy that slammed Facebook the week before.
That's what I thought you were actually going to bring up.
Yeah,
was that part of that was because of the Facebook stuff?
I bet when they start looking into it, no wonder he's pulling money back from Facebook and pulling money back from someone else.
Yeah,
gave it to his buddy Glazer over at good old Manchester United. $500 million.
Yeah.
Could you make it?
That's nothing for those guys.
Let's go take a look at the footsie and take a look at... so the footsie, yes, it's not backing off, man. It's going to be interesting. The DAX, what's happening with the DAX?
Down about 35 points.
I like what the DAX looks like. Meaning that, I like what it's coming into. It just doesn't have enough juice. Our own S&Ps, though, we're definitely going to need some juice on the way back down.
Yeah, no question.
Let's go to Rich in Orlando. Hey, Rich, what's going on? No. You there?
Are you there?
We are.
Yeah. What I was calling about is SLW, Silver Wheaton.
Okay.
And basically, it seems like I thought it kind of broke out here today. I was really sort of surprised at that. The volume seems to be drying up.
Why were you surprised?
Well, I don't know. It just looked like it wasn't. Like it was just in that range, and the volume was slowing up.
Oh.
As it was.
You shouldn't have been surprised. I mean, SLW has been building a base for quite a while. I mean, it had high volume on the 15th, moving on up. Every time it's pulled back with lighter volume. And the stock's already got killed. I mean, how much more do you want to go down? I mean, it went from 50 to, 25 or something, right? 22.
Right. So if you were going to try to enter it, would you look for a pullback from here on when it would pull back? Or?
Well, you already got a dozen pullbacks. I mean, I'd wait. Well, if you like Silver Wheaton, it had a pullback on, May 30th? It had a pullback on the 27th of June. It had a pullback on the 12th of July. So now you're going to wait for the next one, because what you have now is you get $28.94. You have $5. It's on its way to, it's just finishing up. It's finishing up $30, $31, and then just buy the next pullback. If you look at this is a classic. I mean, you had a 50% haircut. It comes down hard, It comes right into, okay, so 2158, when you go back to May of 2010, you had 51 million shares. They come into that with 47 million. They come in and tested it again with 20 million. You know, so it's kind of like there's about half the gold and silver stocks. Well, the gold ones more than the silver stocks that, you know, want to do a consolidation now. So just wait for the next pullback.
Where do you think the pullback might come as far as an entry, you know, when the pullback?
The pullback shouldn't go further than maybe 28.12.
Okay.
All it will do is come back to the top of where it's breaking out from now.
Okay. All right.
Okay, man.
Thanks for calling,
Thank
Rich.
you very much.
You bet.
Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You bet. Ah, life is good.
It's a beautiful thing.
Good to have you back.
It's great to be back. No doubt.
Hey, were the flights crowded on the way out and the way back?
They were full. Both
they
flights.
were. Okay.
They're always full. They're always full. And the airline's the only business that they can always be full and they keep going bankrupt on a continual basis.
Oh.
I mean, it's amazing. It really is amazing. One after the other, just bankrupt.
Yeah, that is a trip.
Let's go to Max in Houston, Texas. Hey, Max, what's going on?
Not much. I have a question about a stock, but before I go to that, I want to tell you guys who just have been a great inspiration in my life. I go back with you, Tom, to the days where you had the pictures of you and Angie on your website. So.
Thanks so much, man. That's when we got married. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. There's some gorgeous pictures, man. Very nice.
Thank you.
I also have your first edition book, which had the page, you know, the plastic covers on
yes.
for the pages. So anyway, I'm trying to put some things together. I've never gotten into trading heavily, but I want to. And I was looking at Goodyear Tire just to learn, and it looks to me that it's in a large ABC down. I was looking at the movement in the last month or so, and it looked to me that it was breaking a B point with volume, and then it kind of like fizzled out and then went north.
Okay,
So
let's take a look at it. We got Goodyear Tire, so the low is 853, the high is 1580. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So, okay, so I see what you're looking at there. I mean, the last time. Let me put this on a daily. You know, you're showing strength there last week, no doubt. That's, you know.
Yeah.
Let me put this on a weekly. Okay, so on a weekly, you got a small consolidation. Let me put it on a monthly now. So I had it on a 4-year weekly, and it wasn't doing much. Well, I wouldn't go short the stock. See,
okay.
This came down from the $31 in 2007, and you know got into that $10, and then went to $3.
Okay, so then I was looking at. It looked to me that if I look at things, it's in a consolidation within a large ABC down, but maybe I'm not looking at the whole picture.
No, you are. I can see what you're looking at. What he's looking at is that you had the 1883, and then you come down to the 853. But watch this just for a second. So, see, on a monthly basis, that's 149 million at 8.53.
Okay.
That was going into 148 million off the bottom.
Okay.
You see how that works?
Yep.
So what you have there is this, okay, is that it no doubt took out that B point. Well, actually, see, you couldn't say that. I got it. I see what you're looking at. Okay, so the reason it's not an ABC down is this. The expansion, what we're looking at, folks, is Goodyear, and we're looking at it on a 5-year monthly. From August of 2010, when it did the bounce all the way up to 1883, that bounce was way too high because 1884 was the high, and that was a 618 retracement, so that can't be an ABC down. You see how that works?
Yes.
So when it came down, and it had volume down there, but that volume of 154 and was still going into that 148. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the new ABC down on this thing, would be from the May 2011 high to the low in October 2011, and that bounce up here into January 2012. But even if that were the case, what you can't do, the most fundamental thing that you don't want to do, the stock is selling at $11.49. They have to go out of business in order to make $11. But the upside potential, is unlimited. And so when you take a look at a stock, you'd like to focus on something, in my opinion, $50 or more. And the higher the price, the better. You know, price line at $600 or $700 a share. Even if you had fewer shares, you're still looking where you've got more potential. And on $11 stock, Goodyear's not going out of business. Goodyear Tire's not going out of business.
Well, I appreciate the review, and I really enjoy your show too.
Now, Max, do you watch us on Tiger TV now?
Yes. Well, now I'm away from the computer because I'm at work. So I can't talk.
I was just curious. That's awesome, man.
I do love it.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thanks, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Yes. What's amazing is that the first book, so that goes all the way back to 1998.
Yeah.
What year are we on now? 2012.
Yeah.
Man,
it just flies by.
It does fly by, man.
That's right.
It blows my mind.
Thanksgiving's next week.
In what country?
Hey, you wait. We were going to get to Thanksgiving. We were going to say, it seems like it was just last week we said that.
There's no doubt, man. And Labor Day's coming up. All the kids are going back to school in Florida. What ends up happening in Florida, folks, is that August 15th, school's on.
Yeah.
Kyle's a senior this year.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Poor Angie's going like, oh, no. You know what I mean? This is the last one left at home, folks, okay? So I can't even ask Kyle when he's going back to school. She's looking at me like, don't talk about it. Oh, my God.
So let's see. Rackspace is up 11%, but I think that thing is going into some large downdrafts out there.
Oh, look at that. You go right into its gap. Yep. The top of the gap is RAX, folks. Top of the gap is 57.28. We hit 57.12 so far. Interesting. Another one, is it Dean Foods? Dean
Foods. That thing.
Now watch this, though.
If you pull it back, though, you're just like, oh, my God, look at that.
I know.
When you really pull it back, you're like...
And all it had to do, it's a shame here, is that it came back in, so watch. It breaks topside with 14 million, comes back and tests it with 4.
Yeah.
But it still had that little gap underneath it.
Yeah, but now pull it back even further. As I recall, the stock chart doesn't look very good.
So, yeah, that's right.
It's going right back against that other...
That's all it's doing.
It's all, right. It's like, okay, what are you doing? Oh,
15.
Here's what you're doing.
Right, exactly. And what we're talking about, folks, is that, see that? We're saying, we think everyone's watching Tiger TV. We don't tell them what we're doing. What we're looking at, folks, is this. Sorry about that. What we're looking at is that when you go back to May of 2010, that baby came down on a weekly basis with 113 million.
Yeah.
And it's going to lead a lot more than that. It's than 14 million today, but that's...
Go check out this stock, Fossil.
FOSL?
FOSL, yeah. And then you start pulling this thing back. Because yesterday, if you just pulled it up and you saw it was gapping up with...
look at that.
With volume, and then you say, well, what are you doing? What are you going into?
Oh,
I mean, yesterday was actually, it was a trade setup. It got up to that 93.60 level.
Look at that.
Volume. So that was 20 million that it was going against with only 7.
This is one sick clip, folks. $134 down to 86 with monster volume. Huge. Wow. Hey, okay. So I have my 825.
Yes,
right?
Oh, okay.
But I heard a disaster one the other day.
Okay.
Harry Dent.
Yes.
Okay, so if you heard this on CNBC, folks, this is a great clip. Harry Dent is looking for 3,000, right? Let me tell you a story. This is a great story. I had
3,000 in what? Gold or the S&P or
3,000 in the Dow. It's going to 3,000.
Oh, 3,000 in the Dow. Okay, yeah, because I always thought he was kind of a.
No, listen, you're going to love the story. I interviewed Harry Dent in 1999.
Okay.
Harry Dent was telling me we're going to go to 25,000. Okay, and I said, oh, really? We're going to 25,000, yeah. So we went through the whole demographic deal, right?
Yes.
So check this out. This is so cool because he's telling Marie Valderrama that we're going to 3,000. He's telling her why.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why we're not, folks. Okay.
Oh, okay,
it's not even close. And this is on a fundamental basis because he was getting into a fundamental deal.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you tigers and tigresses, you stay right there. We're coming right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to tfnn.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Time is the great equalizer of all mankind. Time doesn't care about winners or losers, who succeeds or fails. Time only cares that you played the game. Question: are you playing the money game? Is your money working as hard for you as you are for it? I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter service, and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. In year 1, we generated a 30% profit. Plus, I provided 26 hours of live coaching to my clients. My daily newsletter service is available by 8 a.m. each day and covers the stock, futures, currency, and commodity markets, along with all the current patterns that you can trade. Each newsletter is packed with education, and it's yours for as little as $3 per day. And for the next 30 days, you can try it risk-free. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage of TFNN.com and begin your journey to great wealth today. If you're waiting for a better tomorrow, remember this: today's tomorrow will soon be yesterday, and your clock is ticking. Mastering Probability. Now is your time.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. So anyway, Harry Dent, bottom line, I remember interviewing him.
Yes.
What was amazing is
now, back then, what was his position? So you were interviewing him back then, 10-plus years ago? Or
That's right. Back then, he was saying that the Dow was going to 20,000, 25,000. Okay. Bottom line, of course, exploded 3 months later. Okay. Now the Dow is going to 3,000.
Yes.
Okay. But the key, and listen, God bless him. I mean, Marie asked him, and he said that, it's going to go there for a second.
Yes.
Okay, and then come off it. But this is the fundamental analysis inside. It goes like this, folks. The fundamental analysis has to do with the demographics of the baby boomers. That there's cycles with the baby boomers. What he didn't get in there, which I already have because we're doing this real estate deal.
Yes.
Is the baby boomers, okay, largest generation ever. Well, guess what?
There's a larger one coming up.
There's a larger one already.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's from 30 years old to 13 years old, and it's larger than the baby boomers. And baby, that wave is coming on. I was listening. I says, well, hold it. This is where it's going to get interesting. And what I'm going to have for you in the next couple of days, I'm going to get the actual sweet spot in there.
Okay.
Because I have the numbers now.
Yeah.
Now I'll get the sweet spot. See, the sweet spot in the baby boomer generation is about 57.
Yes.
That's the whole sweet spot. That's the biggest part of it, And it's interesting. Well, this is interesting. One of the Tigers say, where's their wealth? I hear this so much, folks, between people saying that the young people don't work. And it's not, I don't know where you are in the country, but I can tell you something. Everywhere I go, this young generation is where it's at.
Yeah.
When I was in the whirlpool the other night, they keep saying, I said, what are you talking about? They don't work. I see them working like crazy.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, I guess it depends where you are. And what happens with 30-year-olds when that's coming up, folks, it goes 30-year-old, that's your beginning of making money. By 40-year-olds, they're making a fortune. And, I don't buy that. It drives me crazy, actually. Because it's like, if you get kids that don't work, kick them out. Get them out in the street. You know what, folks? They're going to work real quick.
That's right.
Okay?
They'll figure out how to survive.
Yeah. Totally. Stop feeding them that silver spoon.
That's right.
Sorry.
That's because we didn't get a silver spoon.
No, that's not even. You know what it is? It's like when I hear it, it blows my mind because I just don't see it. And I'm in enough states.
Yes.
And if that is happening, let me tell you something in a nice way, folks. If that is happening, you are spoon feeding your children, and there's no reason to.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't help anyone.
Right.
It doesn't help their spirit. The spirit's where it's at, man. Then they can think themselves. They fly like an eagle. And they're cooking, man. They're cooking with gas.
I love it.
That's right. That's what makes this country so great, man. But I'll tell you. Well, anyway, you got the gist of it. But you know what?
Totally.
They don't work. They probably said the same thing about us. Of course they did. Think about it for a second. I ended up going to the Marines, but then after that, I didn't do anything for 2 or 3 years. They probably say that with every generation. They don't work. They don't do anything. They're out selling hot dogs or something. Think about it, right?
Yeah. Well, look. The reality is that there's so much. They're actually able to accumulate wealth and do things at such a greater speed, just simply as a result of technology and all the tools that are available to them. That the boom in technology, if is going to be what we've experienced, is nothing compared to what they're going to experience.
I agree. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it.
So when you talk about things moving fast, well, so much of that is just take a look at what's going on technology-wise.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Jim.
Listen, folks, you stay right there because we're going to be growling and prowling with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Newton, Massachusetts. Then we're going out to Tucson, Arizona. Larry Pesavento will be with you 12 to 1. Darryl Martin down in beautiful Dallas, Texas. Back here with David White. Out to California, Ken Shreve. And then back here 4 to 6. Myself, growling and prowling. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. Welcome back, and folks, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, totally, man.
We love you.
It's a beautiful thing. Growling and prowling. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.